Welcome to the second part of the Career and Growth series brought to you by Yakha. This is the first episode, and with me on set today, we have a very amazing personality. I'll let her do the honors of introducing herself.
Hi, Happiness.
Hi.
Thank you for having me, first of all.
You're
really
welcome.
excited to be here. My name is Gbemisinuola. I'm a beauty entrepreneur, and I help women feel beautiful and comfortable in their skin.
And that's on period.
Basically, that's it.
Okay, so I know you already did like a brief introduction, but I wanted to go deeper.
Okay.
Can you tell us more about yourself and your journey to how you became the Gbemi that we know today?
Okay. About myself, I would say that from different points and at different stages of my life, I have been or answered to different things and different names. I think before 2023, people know me as Gbemi mostly, but as at 2023, I was intentional about how I wanted people to know me, my name specifically. So I changed my name. I didn't change my name exactly. My name has always been Gbemisinuola, but I was intentional about putting that out. And also going into the beauty industry. It started after school, 2019-ish, right? My love for makeup started just on Instagram. I was just on Instagram. I was scrolling through. So I just see videos. I think videos of Beautified. She's also a makeup artist.
Okay.
So I would see her before and after process videos. And it was really exciting. It was really good. And I liked it, right? But I didn't practice in school. Not because of anything, but I didn't just practice. So after school, I realized that this course that I studied in school, I'm not going to practice.
So it's one of all those courses that I say you can't do anything.
Yes. I'm not going to practice. And so I said that I wanted to go into makeup. It was, obviously, it was a struggle with my parents, my dad especially, right? But I knew that that's what I wanted to do. And I kept at it. And I took 1 or 2 trainings, and that was it.
Amazing. All right. So at what point did you realize that, makeup was the way to go? Like, it was not just a hobby, but something that you wanted to do for like work?
I would say 2022, 2021, I think, when I started my internship with Tia Lamode Beauty, I realized that makeup is not just something that people do to pass time. I realized that you could make money from it. I learned that people are actually making millions, are still making millions from it. And I'm like, okay, if this thing is actually possible. And I saw what Tito of Tia Lamode had built as at the time. And I realized that, okay, yes, this is actually something that I can make money from and something that I want to do full time.
I mean, you already talked about the fact that you were learning under somebody, but can you tell us more about the steps that you took to growing your skill as a makeup artist?
Okay, so when I started in, I think 2020, thereabouts, I took classes. I think my first class was with Prettified Artistry, if I'm not getting that name wrong. What I remember is Prettified Makeover as well. I think she has changed now to Prettified Artistry either ways. But that was where I had my first class with. And then after that, I realized that I needed to learn more. And so I didn't have so much. I just finished from uni and I was at home. NYC was done. My NYC money, salary that I was collecting, I used it to buy a new phone. And so I didn't have anything at all. And I realized that the only way I could do that was looking for free opportunities. And so I kept searching online. And thankfully, I saw one. I saw a free 1-month makeup class with Afroglam Cosmetics, right? And so I applied. Thankfully, I got in. So that was how I had a 1-month beginner's training there. And I think I did internship with them for about 3 months-ish. And so after that, I took another class. I took an online class with Beautified. After that, I realized that, okay, obviously, I'd finished classes, I'd finished training, but I didn't have clients. So I was a makeup artist, but there was nothing to show for it and everything. So I went on again. I realized that I needed to learn under someone. I needed to understand how it works. And I also wanted to understand how the beauty industry itself worked. And so I saw another opportunity online from Tia Lamode Beauty Studios. They were looking for interns. And so I applied. Thankfully, I got in. And so it was for 6 months. And I would say that opportunity changed everything for me. It changed my mindset, my skill. And so I would say that I was intentional about learning at every point in time. There was no time that I was just alone, that I didn't learn. Even when I didn't have any of those opportunities, I would always go to makeup artist pages. I would watch their videos. In fact, before I even got the opportunity with Tiala Mode, I'd written emails. I'd sent out emails to about 2, 3 makeup artists. One of them was willing to take me on, but the location was far. So I was staying somewhere in Ogun State. But people used to say that it's Lagos State, but it was kind of far.
Outskirts.
Yeah, it was really far. And so she was like, no, she cannot take me because of safety reasons and all those things. I reached out to another person. She also wanted to take me on, but she was like, she doesn't have a studio yet. But thankfully, I saw the opportunity from Tia Lamode and I got in. So, yeah.
Amazing. From your journey, it just seemed like, okay, there was a lot of learning, a lot of willingness to learn. Even when you could not afford to, be under somebody, you were learning online. And it's amazing that, you were watching somebody on Instagram and then all of a sudden you became one of our students, and it's just amazing. So it's a lot of intentional learning. And well, I hope you guys are learning something. All right. So people who are young people who are looking to enter into the creative industry or maybe even the beauty industry, what are some skills that you think that they should learn?
Okay, first of all, I'll say be audacious. Be very audacious. I'm saying that because recently I realized that when I started this whole journey, I wasn't as audacious as I am now.
Yeah.
And I was just shy. I was bothered about what people would say, what they would think. And it affected me a lot. I know that people will see me and they'll say, oh, this is the cutest pro, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, what's so special about the cutest pro, right? But before now, I used to shy away from it. But now, yes, when people say this is the cutest pro, actually, this is me. And it might not seem like it, but I have actually done quite a number of things like that people can hold on to or look at and say, okay, this person has been doing something great or is doing something great. And so I would say be audacious. Don't think down on yourself or look down on yourself. Even if there are several people in the room, you should still stand out. You should still stand out. I'll say learn. Always learn. You never stop learning. For instance, the beauty industry, it grows like very, very fast. And tomorrow now, another trend can come on and you'll be surprised that maybe you learned last year or you were practicing last year and maybe you had to take a break and you're back this year. Things are very different. So I would say that be always willing to learn. And I would also say service is important. I'm a makeup artist here, but I also know that I offer services. And when I go to clients' place or when I meet my clients, I doing a service to them. Like I am serving, not just because I'm offering a service, but I'm actually serving. I'm helping them do this. I'm helping them do that. And this time, I'm not just talking about to your fellow creative or someone that is at top in your industry. I'm talking about people. I'm talking about clients. I'm talking about people that have gone ahead of you. So serve. Yes, you want to learn. You want to get a lot of things from them. But I'll say serve first. Serve first. The learning would always come along with it. So anywhere you find yourself, have that willingness to serve. And when you are serving, they would even be interested in bringing you on board and teaching you more. So I'll say those are the 3 things that you should have.
Okay, so number 1, be audacious.
Yes.
Number 2, be willing to learn.
Yes.
And number 3, serve.
Yes.
Amazing. All right, so I know that starting and growing a business is not the easiest thing to do. So what are the challenges that you faced and how did you overcome them?
I would say the first challenge is that not making money on time. I mean, most people want to go into business and they're like, oh, I want to start making money. But the truth is, I didn't make money first time I started. I think the first client that I ever had after my training, I charged 3,500 naira. And that was makeup and gele at the time, right? And now, after several years, I was working because I needed to build my portfolio, but I wasn't making so much money to it. And I can say that, in fact, last year was the year that I started making money from the business. So I would say that was the first challenge. But how I was able to go through that was that I didn't give up. I knew that that's what I wanted to do. And so, if anything at all, I had to look for something on this side to support. right? So I had a 9 to 5 at some point. I
Mm.
was doing that for a while. And so I stopped 2023 and I started makeup full-time 2024. It wasn't the easiest. I don't even lie. There were some days I just said, I'm like, I'm not sure I made the right decision. I just cried. I know all of those things. But thank God that I have a mentor. So reached out to her and told her this, and she's like, okay, it's okay. I mean, people actually experience this thing as well. You're not the only one. And so from there, I actually got another opportunity to work on a movie set with her. So I would say that I was able to overcome that by not giving up. I didn't give up at all. I knew that this is what I wanted to do, and so I kept at it. And another thing that I would say is maybe also clients, not getting clients, but I kept at it, and then having a structure for my business. So that was another challenge that I had at first. But thank God that I had that internship. I took that opportunity, so that helped me a lot with structure, and then thankfully now there are a lot of makeup artists that understand that this is the same issue they've gone through. Makeup artists now that are coming up, they are going through the same thing. So they've been able to bring up or help with classes that would address that. And so I took some classes that has helped also. And I would say putting myself out there also helped me a lot. It was not easy. I will not lie, it was not easy, but I just kept at it. I would create content, post it online, even on days where I don't feel like it. There are some days I will post and I will run away from Instagram, but I knew that I had to do it. It's something that I have to do, and so I'll put it on. And I think putting out content online has helped me a lot. People know me. I'm not just even talking about my business page, also my personal page, because I create content on the side as well. And so people know me. I've gotten some clients from my personal page, even apart from my business page, right? And so I think that has also helped. Putting myself out there rather has helped with clientele and making money. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So I think one thing I got from what you just said was the fact that you had mentors at different points in time. I mean, even when you were going through that uncertain phase of your life and you're like, oh my gosh, am I sure I made the right decision? You had someone to call. And so mentorship is really an important thing to have. Oh my God.
I agree.
We always say it in Yakha. Have a mentor, whether it's a direct mentor or an indirect mentor. Have a mentor. Moving on to the next one. You always talk about a lot about purpose and faith and God. Can you tell us a bit about that?
I would say I'm a believer, right? And so it's very important to me that I fulfill purpose, which is knowing Christ and making Him known. And so I think that's even one of the reasons why I started content creation, because I needed to be bold about what I do, about what I believe in, and to put it out there and helping people understand. I like to teach in some way. I like to teach, right? And so putting that out there, and I talk a lot. Right. So that's one way by which I always I would say shine my light. Right. And so that has helped me. And also I believe that as a Christian, I don't need to tag myself a Christian makeup artist before anyone knows that I'm a Christian or I'm a believer. But what I need to do is put out excellent work. So when I go to a client, I'm offering you excellent service. Customer service is very, very important to me. So I offer the best service to my clients, and I know that even when I step into a place, I'm not just going there to do your makeup. I'm coming in as a solution provider. So I go there.
Guys.
I go there, I offer you a service, but deep down, there is more that is happening. I've learned that when I'm working, when I'm with people, when I'm in clients, I'm not just doing their makeup. Something can come up and I have the solution to that particular problem. I remember one of the consultation I had with one of my brides, and we were just gisting. This person found me on Instagram, but during the consultation, we're just gisting, talking, and all of those things. I remember before the consultation, she had several setbacks. The person that was supposed to address made a mistake, and so she was looking for somebody else. And she was like, do I have someone? Because I always look out for my clients and my brides. I would always ask, oh, in case you need anything, let me know. So she reached out saying, oh, this happened with her dress. Do I know anybody? I'm like, oh yes, I know this person. I referred her, and she was like, she was so happy. On our wedding day, she was very excited. She was like, oh my goodness, this is my dress, fashion designer. Do you guys know that is Cuties Pro that referred me to this person? Blah 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 blah. And so for me, that thing might be small, but to me, it's very, very huge. It's very huge. It might seem like it's small to any other person, but to me, it's very huge. And during the consultation, while we were talking after everything, and she was like, can you please pray for me? I feel like, or I sense that you should pray for me. And so that also made me realize that I'm not just doing this as an ordinary makeup artist.
Yeah.
I'm coming here, I'm coming with the presence of God. I'm coming here, I'm coming with a solution to you. And so talking about faith, talking about purpose, also, I don't just have a life, a separate life outside of my work. I also bring that into my work. I think that's
Amazing.
helped me.
Wow. That was a lot to unpack. Thank you so much for that. All right. So we know that many students, a lot of them want to, go into like more creative careers. However, they are being pressured to choose more traditional paths, maybe because of funds or whatever it is, pressure from parents, from the society. What do you have to say to them?
Okay, I think I would give the same advice that my pastor and team lead gave me. There was a time where, if I tell you that I had learned UI UX design at some point in my life, I did. And so I think I was in that phase as where I was confused on what to go for. Should I do this? Should I do that? And she said, it's okay to face it. That's PHASE. It's okay to face it. This time you can do this. After that, you can do the next one. So it's very much okay. In fact, you can do both at the same time. I know so many makeup artists, so many other creatives that they actually have a 9 to 5, but they are still doing their business or whatever it is they want to do on the side. And so I guess you can just give yourself a goal, or have a goal for yourself, have a timeline. This is what you want to do. If there's a solid reason behind it, maybe you want to just agree with your parents just because they paid your school fees, blah 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 blah. You don't want to be a stubborn child. It's okay. Have a timeline. This to when this is when I will do this. But from there, I will pick it up, or I will keep doing it on the side. So it's very okay. And even if you eventually get into what you want to do, and maybe you don't agree with your parents on what they ask you to do, and you fail eventually, it's okay. We've done several things in life and that did not go well. But guess what? We picked ourselves back up and we go again. So it's okay. There's no need for you to feel like you're a failure. So if you want to go into creative industry, or by your parents or any other reason you have to do something else, it's okay to face it. Start with this and you can pick up this some other time.
So not necessarily to let go of it completely, but just do something else in the meantime while you try to figure that other one out. Amazing. All right. So, if you could go back in time to your younger self, what do you think are the things that you would have learned earlier as a younger person?
I wanted to say I'm not going to study the course that I studied. That's a lie. I would say that it would be, I wish I started makeup earlier. Not because of anything, but because I would have been in a, I don't want to say better place, but I would have gone farther than I am now. So I didn't start earlier because I was scared, actually. I was so scared I could not juggle both school and work. I just wanted to graduate. I just wanted to pass and move on because I didn't want to fail because of my father. And so I wish there was someone that could tell me to it's okay to start early. You can start now. You can juggle both. I mean, I see so many makeup artists that they just graduated from uni, but they're already so big in the industry. And in my head, I'm like, so why did you not start? What were you scared of? So I think that's what I'm going to change, or that's what I'll do differently.
All right, so we're moving on to final words.
Okay.
All right, so we have young people who are going to be watching this. Most of our viewers are people between 15 to 25.
Okay.
And so what are the things that you want them to take home?
Okay. I would say, first of all, find God. Every other thing would align. I'm not saying they will align immediately, but they will align. So find God, find yourself, know what you want and what you do not want. And like I said initially, be audacious. Be audacious. You would be surprised how much you'll be able to achieve by being audacious. Like, being shy does not favor anybody
At all.
That's the truth. Me, I can tell you personally, it doesn't. So even if you are shy, but still do what it is that you have to do, even regardless of if you are shy, you can do it and then run away, but still do it. Right? And then service is important. Volunteer. You want someone to be your mentor, you want to learn from somebody. One way you can get in quickly is by volunteering. So yeah, I think those are the things I would say.
Amazing. Thank you so much. It has been so much fun, and I've learned a lot, and I hope you've learned as well. But we're not ready to let you go just quite yet. We have something extra.
Okay.
Some extra questions.
Okay.
More light-hearted, don't worry.
Okay.
So this is just to bring out the fun side of Gbemi. So I'll give you 2 props, and then we'll use them to play this game. All right. So so we have just 2 questions for this part.
Okay.
Have you ever had an embarrassing moment in public? If you have,
do I have to share?
Yes. Yes, that's the fun of it. So, yes or no?
To remember. Actually, can't remember any. Yes, I have, but I cannot remember any right now.
Amazing.
That's sad though.
Even from secondary school days.
Secondary school days. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if this is really embarrassing because to me it wasn't at the time, but I think I will share. I think when I was in junior secondary school.
Okay.
So, I was in the boarding school throughout secondary school, and so, I think I was in GSS 3. And so one night during prep time, the hostel master just came in, and then a house mistress came in as well. They're like, "Oh, GSS 3 students, come outside." And so we went out, told us to kneel down. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then he started saying, "Oh, I heard some of you have boyfriends, girlfriends, blah blah blah." In my head,
this is just
I was not. Yeah, in my head, I was not bothered because I didn't have any at that time. So. And then they started calling everybody's name one after the other. And then there were some girls, there was like a group of girls that I think they were the ones that went to report. And so they were the ones that were now telling them, okay, so when they call your name, they'll tell them, "Oh, no, this person is not, this person is." And so they kept calling names. They called one of my friend. They're like, "Oh, is this person?" They were like, "No, she used to be, but she's no longer because we've spoken to her and everything." And it was my turn. They called my name. And they were like, "Oh, yes." In my head, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sorry."
What?
Who is the person? I'm like, "Oh, yeah, this person." And apparently there was a guy, or there's a boy. There was a boy that liked me. He had just told me that, like, I didn't like him. So I was not bothered about it. And so then I said, "Oh, that me, I'm part of them." And in my head, I'm like, how am I even part of anything or anything? So at that point, I was pained, but because I knew that I didn't do anything wrong, I was not bothered about it. So I think that should be it. And then they beat all of us that night. Yeah.
In front of everybody.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I remember it and I just laughed. I'm like, that's so ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. All right. So have you ever received a punishment at home that you still find funny till today?
Okay. So
yes.
Like I said, I talk a lot. So I'm going to say another story. Yes. So I think it was when I was little. Myself and my sister, we were fighting. I can't remember why we were fighting. And so my mom kept telling us to stop, like, stop that. But we didn't listen. We just went on and on and on and on. So from nowhere, my mom just came, picked up the cane and beat both of us. Like, she was not bothered about who was at fault or who was not at fault. She just beat both of us. Like, since both of you will not listen, I will beat you. And so that's the one I remember, because my mom did not punish us at that time. She never did.
Your mom was always gentle parenting.
Yeah, she is.
All right, thank you so much,
Thank
Mrs.
you.
It was such a pleasure having you on set today.
Thank you for having me.
And that has brought us to the end of this episode. Do not forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.